Feeling but I like your hair. Here's the thing. I do actually really like your hair.
This hair.
Yeah.
This particular
As
hair.
it is, including the back.
Including the back.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Because it makes me feel like I'm now on a show with someone from the Vikings TV series.
Yes.
Which makes me feel even more famous at a real famous level, like with real Vikings.
Instead of like niche within a niche within a niche kind of famous.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For those that don't know, this is the Brushwood special. We did a Patreon and people, one of the rewards if people stepped up in a big way, which they did, was to have ridiculous haircuts go on my head.
Yeah.
Until the leavings of this haircut
And
process
the depressing thing
is turned into hair for hobbits.
Yeah.
Which shall be glorious.
The depressing thing is that this whole time, no matter how ridiculous it's gotten, it still looks good on Rex, which is a real letdown for me.
Wait.
Because there's no way hair for hobbits is going to look good.
Wait, I have a simple question for you.
Yeah.
What if I'm a better looking bald guy than you?
Oh no. That hasn't even occurred to me until you just said it. No!
Oh my God.
Don't take that away from me.
That would be so good.
No!
So, if you want to see this in its full glory, we'll link the episode up here. Brushwood actually did it. This is the Brushwood Not So Special.
Feeling self-conscious now.
And it's not that I didn't try. I just tried like a medium level of try for this hair. And finally I said, screw it. It's
Okay, wait,
diminishing,
don't smell it yet.
diminishing returns.
Don't smell it yet, because I think you're going to recognize a note in this.
Okay. Still
Look
great.
for it. You ready?
Great name, by the way. Still
Go.
Whiskey. Ooh.
What's familiar?
It's like a vanilla?
It's that same coffee-ish direction,
Yeah.
vanilla coffee note that we liked in the Deerhammer and the Westland and the...
Well, that's...
But this is not a malt.
You see it as coffee.
Yeah,
I see
do.
it as nutty.
Yeah.
But I'm getting more of
Vanilla.
Flavored coffee than I am the nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what this is? It's like a less sweetly intense TX blended on the nose.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally buy that.
Yeah.
So this is a gift from the Pritchards, Philip and Susan Pritchard.
Philip and Susan Pritchard, you magnificent!
And it's going to be Philip and Susan Pritchard week. We got some treats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They came bearing gifts.
Yeah, so...
This has been tapped into.
Yeah, we may or may not have been sampling it when they were here giving it.
I'm glad you left enough for the rest of us.
Well, you know, it's Festivus for the rest of us. So here's the thing about stolen whiskey. This is 11-year-old bourbon, finished in with smoked staves. So they took barrel staves and charred the whole thing all the way around and put them back into the whiskey. And so for the last 28 days, less than a month, they let it get extra charred.
You know what? So the main dominant note is that that sweet, mostly vanilla for me, just an accent of coffee. And then when you started talking about the smoke, it's like, oh, that coffee totally
There it is in the aftertaste.
The coffee totally can actually be kind of a smoky vibe.
Yeah, and the aftertaste, that's where the char shows up. It does get kind of smoky.
That is so nice.
Isn't it good?
Wow.
I was prepared for this to be a shtick. And it is MGP sourced bourbon.
Really?
Yep. 11-year-old sourced bourbon.
Wow.
Finished for a month with their extra oak stave thing. Now,
That is extremely
this
good.
is originally Jamie Duff and Roger Holmes started Stolen Spirits in their apartment
46%.
in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
And they made their name taking rums and adding a smoky flavor to them.
Just smoky rum.
Yeah. And so they kind of took off. They got bought out or picked up by a U.S. company in 2016.
At a certain point,
and
why don't you just drink some whiskey?
I know, right? And then they did all these giveaways, and you know they're marketing guys. They're good at marketing. And so then they come to the U.S. and the first thing they do is buy an 11-year-old MGP barrel, and they do a little something extra to it to make it a little more smoky.
I'm getting that smoke now, much more on the taste than I was on the nose. After you said the smoky staves, right? Then I was starting to get that piece of it, but on the taste, it's definitely there. But it doesn't lose any of that flavored, sweetened vanilla coffee note. That's still very much there, but you are getting that much more smoky base now.
I love it.
On the taste.
And 81% corn.
Wow.
15% rye, 4% malted barley.
I'm gonna be real honest with you.
I'm gonna be real honest.
You said 80-something% corn.
Yeah.
And I said, what? I don't really know if that's high or low.
That's high.
He just said it in a very excitable
That's
way.
That's really high.
I decided to throw him a bone. I was like, oh, wow, that's corn.
You should know this. Oh, no, this story. No.
So, I want to pull back the curtain just for a brief moment. Just for a brief moment.
Rex doesn't usually listen.
And no, this is the pulling. People know this. This is like the actual pulling back of the curtain part. I intentionally don't listen because for my role on these shows, it is so much easier if I haven't heard him say something over and over and over again. So I'm desperately trying not to learn anything.
Yeah.
If I can be fresh every time, that's perfect.
It helps.
Yes.
You would expect this to be more of that dusty but corn heavy. I think the extra barrel charring thing rounded that back out. But I think that's why we're getting our really super flavored coffee note thing.
Yeah.
I think it's heavy corn.
This is surprisingly good based on, I see this, Stolen Whiskey. They could have phoned it in. We just sold stuff based on the name.
Yep.
And the label alone. It's really clever. But this is a really nice balance of sweet vanilla flavors. Like almost, if you like TX blended, but it goes a little bit too far on the sweetness.
It does.
It has that note of the vanilla with the nice sweetness, but it also has this amazing character of smokiness, which makes this really special. I like
But dude, I would order this at bars. I would buy a bottle of this. I think it's around the $35 to $40 mark.
Oh, shut up.
And at that price, it's totally worth every damn penny.
All right, well, I'm going to, I mean, get a little bit.
Yeah. One at a time.
Austin Quinn Youngland. Hey guys, I know y'all love your scotch, but I was wondering if you tried High West and what you thought of it. Yes, and it's lovely.
It's awesome. They're, I think, doing a magnificent job of pulling back the curtain and in a totally honest and transparent way, buying, blending, aging, and sourcing things and mixing them together to create interesting crap.
The more I drink this, the more I acclimate to the sweetness, and the smokiness just gets stronger and stronger.
I know, me too, and I like it more and more.
Yeah, it's more and more smoky.
So we've been having discussions with a lot of people about sourcing and transparency.
Here's the thing, because these are the people that have had to deal with competitors in the marketplace kind of being shady about where they're getting their whiskey and all this other stuff. And of course, it's maddening. Yeah. It's got to be super frustrating. And if anybody in the world would just take a hot shit on anybody that ever sourced anything, it would be people like this. But vast majority of the time, the only thing these people want, which is what we've been doing from day one, is transparency. They want to see transparency.
Source all you want. Just say it.
Yeah, they want to see people be honest about what's in the bottle. If you're honest about what's in the bottle in a clear way, then they no longer have a problem. But yeah, I get it. It was a dumb thing for people to do from the beginning to try and obfuscate what was actually going on here.
Yeah.
We have Greg Vangsness. The two of you academics wore drop kicks and dodos at high school. What?
What were you in high school? What was your persona in high school?
So
his persona was giving zero
a little bit. No, this sounds like a non-answer, but I floated from group to group. I did. I mean, I was welcomed in the super jock crowd, in the theater nerds, and video game nerds, and just a lot of nerds. But no, I would like just float from group to group, and I was like, oh, it's Rex. And I didn't really have a place where it was my clique. Just kind of all over.
I was basically, all of the stuff I did for fun that I was really into happened outside of high school. And so at my actual high school, I was basically invisible and made it my goal. There was, a matter of fact, there was a point, you know, in your graduation week, there's that point when all the seniors gather and then you get on a bus and go practice graduation somewhere. So I'm standing in the cafeteria at graduation, waiting for the bus to come take us to our practice spot. And I realized I don't know anyone here even well enough to make small talk. Like, I can't even, like, no matter what circle of people I walked up to, I would just be standing there. And they'd be like, hey, you need something?
Right? Do you go to school here?
Yeah. Like, I just sort of was a background. Because all the interesting crap I was doing, which was really cool, all happened outside.
Yeah. And you had that girlfriend in Canada?
Yeah. Shh.
Instead of sending you a bottle, can I set up an order at your local Total Wine and, pay it online?
Yes.
That's easy to make sure that it arrives.
That is absolutely okay. The Total Wine by us is the one on Brody Lane. And we can pick it up when we pick up all of our other stuff. That's absolutely a great solution.
That was
to not shipping whiskey across the world.
Stephen M. Lyon.
Well done, Leon. Stephen M. Lyon. Thank you.
Leon. Nathan Watrous, is smoke the only way to stop the malting process?
Nope, just heat.
Okay.
You just need to heat dry it. Used to be it was smoke because that's how you dried everything. Mm-hmm. Now we have other ways.
Lovely. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
I almost forgot the toast for a second. And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.